The UK is back in the spotlight once again. Who could have seen something like this coming? I wouldn't be able to. So I wanted to bring you to this article from the Daily Mail. Leeds in rubble. Clear up begins after a night of shame which saw a patrol car tipped over and a bus torched, as questions grow over how the city was left to burn for hours after riot police were driven out by thugs. Clear up in Leeds has begun after a night of mayhem and rioting saw violent thugs flipping a police car, torching a bus, and causing £1 million of damage. This is of just one night. This is incredible. Prime Minister Sir Keir Starmer today condemned the shocking and disgraceful disorder, while Home Secretary Yvette Cooper insisted police would have her full backing to take swift and decisive action against the rioters. It comes as officers were today spotted at the aftermath of the chaos, with cars still smoldering in the streets and a police cordon still in place. The pandemonium erupted in Hare Hills, East Leeds, a notoriously immigrant-heavy area. Yet early yesterday evening, following an outbreak of serious disorder that saw bonfires lit across the city, a police car overturned and a double-decker bus torched, reducing it to charred and twisted into a charred and twisted wreck. Terrified residents were forced to take to the streets to defend their homes when a furious mob drove riot police out after setting the city ablaze. Rioting broke out after police were reportedly called to a disturbance between agency workers and some children, amid claims workers were trying to take the youngsters into care. As outrage over the incident spiraled out of control, desperate community members were forced to plead with the rabble as police, despite having first responded to the disturbance around 5 p.m. last night, remained relatively absent from the mayhem until 1 a.m. today. So I want to talk to you about this. The rest of the article is kind of irrelevant. You can see the pictures, right? They are quite disturbing. But I want to talk to you about this because this is what happens when cultures clash. We have a very immigrant-heavy area with police that are not actually in the same culture or have the same culture as these people in this area. And when Child Protective Services come to these areas and, I quote from their own perspective, kidnap these children, they cannot comprehend the fact that they are allowed to do that. The fact that these immigrants, right, cannot hit and beat their children. That they can't comprehend it. We have similar cases in Sweden, right? They didn't end up like this, but still, where the Child Protective Services are called and they take their children away, and they cannot understand the fact that these people can take their children away from them. It's just a cultural clash, and this is what happens in a multicultural society. And it's very sad, because this is what happens. This is the outcome of something like this. I want to bring you to these videos here, because they are very important. I hope the audio is okay. It's a 21-second video, but if you can identify one singular British person in 21 seconds, I will give you, well, I'll say $5, but because you're not ever going to see any. And I want to bring you to this video from Tommy Robinson too. They are throwing bricks torn up from the pavement onto the police cars. Insane. But that's just multiculturalism for you. I wanted to bring you to this little video here.
She's autistic! I don't care. She's autistic, I know you don't care. I'm telling you, I've got Eunice coming, she's going to be arrested tonight. And I'm going to be coming out like you know what.
So, if you don't remember, back in 2023, some West Yorkshire police were sent to a home of a 16-year-old autistic girl that called a police officer, or call an LGBT police officer, a lesbian nana, of which this is the outcome. They send these people to their houses to drag them out. But still, what we have in 2024 is the exact opposite. Where in Leeds we have them pushing away the police from the area.
Police, they're chucking glass at me. Look at them running.
Get closer, get closer, get closer, get closer.
They're running. They're running.
Get closer, get closer, get closer.
They are pathetic scumbags, these police officers that you find here. They have no actual idea of how to actually police these areas. And it's just going to get worse. And that's the outcome of it, truly. I'll leave it there. See you in the next video.